Good morning,
Kindergarten.
Mr. Burch here, missing you all very much. Today is Monday, March the 23rd, 2020. It is day one of our online learning. And today, it was snowing this morning, but it's moving into rain later on, so we have sleet today.
Good morning, kindergarten. This is Miss I here talking to you from her home in Montreal. I'm going to be going over your schedule for today. Parents out there, just so you know, this is totally a recommended learning schedule. Do not feel pressured to go through the courses in their entirety. And if you want extra work, just let me know. Our goal is really to make it comfortable for you at home. All right, so what do we have here? Whenever you see this sign, you guessed it, it means it's your writing block. We're going to continue starting with writing every morning while our brains are nice and fresh as we wake up. Then after writing today, we have, she means phonics, you guessed it. After that, we have our third core block, which is mathematics. Now, every time you see one of these little guys with the hearts and the little sleeping Z's, it means take a break. Go for a walk, take a nap, hang out with your parents. This is break time. So after your little break, it's suggested that you do your specialties. So in this case, we have science. Science will look like this, where you have the ants roosted, the fish we're learning about, the water cycle. I try to include some things. After science, it's suggested you check out what Miss Peter is going to post for music today. Then we have another little break you can see here, followed by a book and glasses, which must mean guided reading. Another little break, and finally, you can end off your day with a nice dose of PE. On Google Classroom, you'll find a lesson that Mr. Burch has posted. Now, I want to take a second to go over what you should be focusing on for today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen to my desktop. Share. Okay, and I'm going to just take you to what you would see when you go on to Google Classroom. So this is what the page looks like right here. You can find all of your materials here under Stream or under Classwork. So let's stay on Classwork, for example, and if my child was in senior kindergarten, I would open the senior kindergarten tab. Okay, so you see here, I have a little intro blurb just explaining that all of the core courses that I teach will be here every day. Start off by opening this instruction document, which really goes over everything you should be doing and when you should be doing it for each class. So the goals in writing today for senior kindergarten are a daily response as per usual in class. Here on top, I've included the 5-point writing criteria for success. After that, online, you're going to find access to the Skills 8 student book, and SKs have a few pages to complete, page 7 to 12. And then for writing, you can also practice your lowercase formation of the letter C. There's a little YouTube tutorial to refresh your memory on how to do that. Then for phonics, the blends of the day are BL, BR, GL, and GR. Bl, br, gl, and gr. We were just finishing off with this blend before the break kicked off. So for the picture sort, the pictures are here. You could either cut them and paste them, or if you don't have access to a printer, parents, you could just point to a picture and the kids could tell you which category they would belong to. There's another activity here called Activity 2. Activity 3 is here, and voila. That brings you to math. Today on the agenda, we have subtraction. We have Activity 1, solving subtraction problems using our 4-point criteria. So make sure you read through this to know how to proceduralize your problems. After you've done those, we have some mental math here. And to finish off, Activity 3 is just a list of resources for online games, which could really help reinforce subtraction skills. Following that, we have science. This is actually the same for JKs and SKs. Today, the topic is fish in biology. We just started learning about fish before the break, so there's a nice little refresher video here on YouTube. The goal for today is to watch the video with your child and then just to engage in several discussion questions here. You do not have to engage in all of them, but they are there as just to give you some options as to what you could be discussing with your child today. And as a challenge, you could even write down some of the answers to reinforce writing. Finally, activity 2 here, label the fish using these keywords, fins, scales, gills, and tails. And last but not least, for today, we have guided reading. So this is an incredibly important block of the day. I suggest going for at least 30 minutes of reading a day at home. I have posted the reader that we've been using in class online. It's called the Skills 8 Reader. Today, the story is Sam and the Duck. It's a very funny story. After your child has read it 2 times, I suggest asking them these questions just to reinforce their comprehension skills. Once that's done, on Google Classroom, I put on the JK and the K Dolch sight words. So just going through those on a daily basis is wonderful practice to reinforce sight words. And once you've done that, oh yes, I have some extension activities. So for example, for activity 2, what I usually do in class is I pick a few sight words from the huge list. And let's say I pick 3 or 4, I make a sentence with those 3 or 4 words, and the children have to write it down. Another activity is just making flashcards with the sight words and going through them every day, playing little games at home. And finally, activity 4, every day I'm going to be posting some extra leveled books. So if you want some extra reading, go ahead and pick a book. I've included books from levels B, C, D, E, and F. If you need help picking a level for your child, you can always email me and we can figure that out together. All right, it's pretty much the same for junior kindergarten in the sense that all the instructions are online. It looks very similar. You start off with the PDF that explains the day. So you're going to see that it starts off for JKs as it did for SKs with writing, just with different instructions and different objectives. I've also posted the student book for JKs. It's just called Skills 3. Yeah, and the rest you can read over just the way I did for the SK file. Okay, how do I get back to main screen? There we are. Okay, so that was a lot of ramble from me. This was just an introduction. I won't be doing this every day. I'll just be telling you what there is in the agenda, but I hope that me navigating through the page helped you access those documents. If you still have questions, myself, Mr. Burch, Ms. Franco, the whole teaching team, we're all here ready to help you at any point today. So feel free to message us anytime.
Yeah.
And with that, let's say goodbye, Mr. Burch. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
And see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.